Okay, so we're now going to look at wireframes. So why is this important? Okay, most websites go wrong at this particular point. You see, we've got all of the information that we've done so far and we know what the 8 key success ingredients are, but if we don't plan it out correctly, then we're going to go wrong. Because there's no point knowing all of what we need to put in a website, but when it comes to putting it in, we forget to plan. You see, that won't work. It needs to be in the website. Hence, we're building the killer website. So, wireframe is important because we need to do it before we commit to a web developer and actually do a visual design. So let's have a look at some wireframes, and obviously on this page we've left you loads of blank templates that are going to save you a lot of time. But let's have a look at some examples of exactly what I'm talking about. So first of all, we've got this particular website, which is all about information provision. So it's about getting people a lot of information. On the back of it, yes, we can see that they're going to do some courses, etc. But the main thing here is it's a core interest group. So it's Peaking in the Alps is a story, obviously, about going out to France, etc., and doing the best alpine routes. This is a story that's of interest to a specific interest group. But have a look around the rest of the site and how is it laid out? Well, straight away, because this website relies on interaction, that's the whole basis of it, the social media content links are absolutely right up the top there. You can't miss them. Of course, the logo, typical place for that, off in the left-hand corner, but it's not filling up so much of the screen that I don't get to see some really useful information above the fold. And as you can see now on screen, what we've done is marked off what wouldn't be seen before you start scrolling. Now when you do this, have a look at different browsers and different resolutions as well, by the way, when you're working out what we call above the fold, because for different people that position will be in different places. So imagine now as I start to move that position up or down, you don't know exactly where that will be for everybody's browser. I want to just explain the term above the fold in case you've not come across that before. Above the fold quite simply means the stuff you can see before you turn the page or unfold the paper, because it came from originally newspapers. So before you have to scroll, before you have to lift the newspaper over, before you have to do something, what can you see? And it's really important that we get some key information above the fold. So the social media links, of course, look here down the right hand side how we've got video. Yeah, sharing videos. People are into a specific thing will want to see others doing that specific thing. So here we are with videos of the jumps in Cannock Chase, all stuff to help the person on this website interact. Remember, that's the core purpose for this particular website. Now, one of the challenges with this website is you've got many different stakeholders, and you might be facing this particular challenge yourself. When we work with, let's say, a legal firm, and a legal firm could have people in family law, in conveyancing, in business contracts, in employment law, lots of different areas, and they've all got information. How do you tidy that up so that you don't end up with just this mishmash on the homepage that turns everybody off? Well, really create some solid sections so that the information goes within its own section. The homepage can be left nice and tidy then, and you can see we've done that here with the UK routes, the Euro routes, and the courses. So we've got to find not too many options for people on each page. Okay, so what about the headline? Headlines written to grab people. You know, we've spoken before in copywriting about our friend Ada, so straight away we've got a headline that grabs attention. We've got a subtitle which generates interest, and then we can move on to the story. And remember, this story doesn't even need to sell anything, but it still follows those principles. But as I read the information and I get really interested in what I'm doing, look what I'm able to do. right at the top. I can share this content with my contacts on social media. So again, we've talked about the +1 buttons, the tweets, the like, with the social bookmarking. And this is what you need on every single page. So wireframe that in. Find yourself a wireframe, make sure that it's going in there. So what about capturing people's information? Well, have a look in the right-hand column. We've got a device that does exactly that. So it's sign up for courses. We've even got the subscribe for more information. You know, there's more opportunities here to get people to interact with us. Okay, remember the use of an image. So again, relevant images here in the center that draws the eye down the page and encourages somebody to actually do that scrolling that we need them to do. So there's lots of different things working here, all working together to achieve what we need to achieve. And they've picked the specific devices that they need to use in order to get interaction. Okay, so that's one particular site, but what if you were running an e-commerce site? So let's have a look at this second example. What are the key things here that we'd want to see if we were running an e-commerce site to be successful? Well, put ourselves in the visitor's shoes, because that's what we need to do always. And the first thing we're going to see is the guarantee in the middle of the page. Look at that, it's nearly as big as the logo itself. But even the logo has got some suggestion of a guarantee when it says that it's quality online design. Well, what does quality mean? In this particular example, it means that quality is guaranteed. This is 100% fair trade cotton. Don't try and appeal to everybody. We've already spoken about being specific. So the people who are going to come and buy from this shop, they're all looking for fair trade and ethical sourcing and charity, etc. So make sure that's within your content, and look how we've done that. It's not given the top of the page, but further down here on the left, we've actually come up with a story that's interesting, engaging. Because of where it's situated, it's going to allow us to scroll beyond the above the fold section, but it's in there. It's reinforcing why the particular visitor would want to buy from this particular site. Now again, we haven't cluttered up too much of the menu. It is just wardrobe or design your own. Those are the only two options in terms of buying. But of course, as you scroll down the page, then we have a look. So what would people most often want? We can't show every product on the home page. It would just be a mess. People wouldn't know what to do. So therefore, the two key areas that this particular site looks at is what's the new stuff. Everybody's wanting something that's come out new, and it's split their target market into maternity, into charity t-shirts, into kids t-shirts. Those are the identified customer groups that they've got. And then below that, the March offer. So we're now running special offers. So again, revert back to the success ingredients we spoke about. What are the special offers? How can we make people feel more welcome for coming on the site? But of course, once again, the social media links are up there at the top. Now, one of the key things on this particular website, other than the guarantee, of course, is that shopping cart icon. Why is that so important that it's up there in the top right? Because as I begin to shop, I don't want people to not know how to get to the shopping basket. So by putting that straight away up there at the top, I've allowed people to quickly finish their purchases with me. I'm not making it difficult for them to come and actually buy. Now, what we've seen in the wireframes is just an example, and we can see how people are putting in their success ingredients onto those. And you don't need to sketch them like an artist would sketch them. It doesn't matter if it is just block capital words that you give to a graphic designer to say, hey, I want these elements to be on my website. And it doesn't matter, you'll see from the templates, whether it's a right column, a left column, you know, everybody will have a different opinion on what will work. But the point is that you've gone through the wireframing exercise before you've committed anything to a computer. And that's the really important piece. So I started this particular clip by saying that this is the point where people get it wrong. Okay, they focus on the visual design rather than what I've been referring to as the devices that are going on the page. Flip it around. You can still have a great visual design, but make sure that your core success ingredients go into the wireframe.